Hi everybody, it's Gigi with StampFUNatics. If you're out there, give me a thumbs up or say hello. Let's get going. Today we're going to be making this Heartfelt Sympathy card. This is just the most beautiful card, and it really, I hope, will help with the loss of, I have a couple people actually. One was a husband, and then I also have another one who was a friend. So it's always good to have a few of these sympathy cards on hand just in case. And this new stamp set called Heartfelt Sympathy is just the most beautiful. I love the font and all the floral little accessories on there. And then they have stamps that you can stamp inside your card that have beautiful sayings. So this is one that I added to my collection for sympathy just because it's so beautiful. So today what we're going to be using is I'm going to use some old olive cardstock, and this measures 8.5 by 5.5, and then I've scored it in the middle at 4 1/4, and that's going to be my card base. Then I have a piece of Whisper White, and this comes down 1/4 inch, so this is going to be 4 by 5 1/4, and then that one will go right on top of my old olive. The next one is our cardstock, our designer paper. And this is called the Petal Garden. You've seen me use this before. I'm just in love with it. It has so many beautiful papers and prints, and some are more solid and some are more floral. So today I'm going to be using half and half. I'm going to be using this little one, sort of has a dot and then also a little bit of lines, and then this floral one I cut. So this size of our designer paper is 3 3/4 by 5. Which again just comes down another 1/4 inch there on our card. And then this little piece here, I measured 2.5 by 3.5, and that's just going to go in the top part of the card. And then we need a piece of scrap of our white, Whisper White, and we're also going to need our Sweet Sugar Plum. And then I have some old ribbon that I just found too, that is the Sweet Sugar Plum a cloth ribbon. This was in a pack, I think, in our holiday, maybe the last occasions catalog that we had. I'm not really sure, but I just thought I had some. I wanted to use it up. If you have another Sweet Sugar Plum or some other coordinating color ribbon, go ahead and use that. And then I'm using my in color enamel shapes, and we're going to be using this pretty Sweet Sugar Plum again, and we're going to use the heart shapes for the 2 hearts here on our card. The 2 ink colors I'm going to be using is going to be the Old Olive, and on the inside of the card I'm going to use Sweet Sugar Plum. And then I also have a piece of Whisper White for the inside of my card, and this is 4 by 5 1/4 that we're going to put on the inside of the card so we can stamp that. So I'm just going to put this one off to the side, and let's get started on our card. If you have any questions along the way, let me know, and I'll try to help in whatever way I can. So I'm just going to take my silicone match so I don't make my surface sticky, and I'm just going to go ahead and put my Whisper White piece on my card base. And go ahead and get that on. Just a little piece there. We're just going to go ahead and add that to the card right now. Okay. I hope you all are staying cool on these hot days. We are so hot here, but I just came back from Texas and it was 102. With heat index, it was about 106, so I'm not complaining because we're not that hot, but we're going to head to the mountains soon just to get cooler. So the next part I'm going to do is I'm going to add our designer paper onto this paper. So I'm going to go ahead and use my snail and just put that on. And just kind of make it even on all your sides as best you can. All right. And then I'm going to take our ribbon, and I'm just going to measure a little piece across. And I like to fake ribbon, what I call fake. I don't wrap it all the way around because I don't like to waste my ribbon. And if you wrapped it all the way around the card, it's not going to show back here, and you're going to waste that much more of your ribbon. So what I do is I just take a little snail on each side, and I just lay my piece where I want it. And then just kind of lay it right in that snail that I just did. Just hold it like that. Okay, so that's the way it's going to look on the back, and that'll hold it down. And then I'll take my snail and actually go over it a little bit, just to make sure when I put it on the card, it will hold. All right, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this on because it's ready. Okay. And then if you want this not to pucker, you can just take your snail and just put a little bit and then push it down and it'll hold. Oh, wait a minute. No, it didn't. Let's just do it again. Get a little bit more. And if that doesn't want to hold, I can get a glue dot, but I think that's okay. And so that's our card base. So the next part I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of Whisper White and this great stamp that says with Heartfelt Sympathy, and I'm going to use my Old Olive ink. And I'm just going to ink that up, and then let's go ahead and stamp. All right. And then what we can do too is we can just do all our stamping. I'm going to go ahead and stamp on this with our Sweet Sugar Plum. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp the inside of my card. And this is the one that says, "May you be comforted by the outpouring of love." And we're just going to put that right on the middle. Okay, and it says, "May you be comforted by the outpouring of love surrounding you." I just thought that's so beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and put that inside my card. So let's get my sheet back. And we'll go ahead and just get a little bit more in the corners. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put that inside the card. So this one is going to be stamped. Usually I don't show you that, but I just kind of leave them blank until I know what I want. But this one I know I need, so it is going to be a sympathy card. Okay, so we're going to take this, and I'm going to be using my stitched framelits. And I'm going to use the largest oval on my stitch framelit so I can cut out the saying like that. And then I'm going to be using my layering ovals, and I'm going to take a piece of the Sweet Sugar Plum, and I'm going to use my largest scalloped oval. And we can cut these both out at the same time. So let's go ahead and get that ready. Big shot. Alright, and if you're out there, you can just go ahead and give me a thumbs up, give me a heart or something, let me know you're out there, say hi, tell me where you're from. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this sort of like that. That looks pretty good. And then I'm going to take this piece at the same time, and I'm going to put my framelit on there. Then I'm going to put one of my plates on top and go ahead and crank it through the big shot at one time. Okay, so this is what we'll have. We'll have our saying, and see the beautiful stitching around the outside? That looks gorgeous. And then we're going to punch out our scallop, and then this is just going to go flat right on top of there. So let's go ahead and get that on there. So I'm going to use my snail again. And just go ahead and put it like so. Alright, and then on the back, I'm going to use some of my dimensionals. So I'm just going to put a couple around the top and a couple around the bottom, and maybe one in the middle. And let's go ahead and pull these off. And then this way, it'll go on over the top and the bottom of the ribbon. And I'll also have one on the ribbon to hold it. Okay, we're good. All right. So I'm just going to take this and put it on right, oh, I guess about there. Just kind of put it even. All right. And then the last part I have is to get my enamel shapes. And I'm going to pick up one of my hearts. And I'm just going to put it, let's see, I think I did it right about there. And then I'm going to take another one and I'm going to put it just about there. So that's our card. Isn't it beautiful? And it's so coordinated. And the reason why I chose to have this as a sweet sugar plum is because the card in the back was green. So this way we have the two-tone colors on the front and we also have them on the back. So let me check and see if you guys had any questions, because that'll be our card today. Let me straighten things out there. And I'm going to just check on my iPad here. If you have questions or you want to know anything, just go ahead and ask me. And hopefully... Oh, hi Lisa. Thank you for your heart. I'm glad you liked the card. And let's see who else. Oh, my iPad, I think, is conking out. Hang on. And Courtney. Hi Courtney. Glad to have you on with us today. And I don't know if Michelle's out there. She was earlier. Let's see. There's Courtney and there's Lisa. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. Do you have any questions? I also have a special for you. If you need any of these supplies, you need this stamp set, which was again called Heartfelt Sympathy, or any of the cardstocks or designer paper. If you order from me at StampFUNatics.com and use this hostess code, which is TMNMTJ29, I'd be happy to send you a free surprise. So go ahead and you can order at my shop there and you can see all of the supplies. I'll also have a list of these supplies on my blog. Thank you, Letitia. I appreciate it. I'll have them on my blog so that you can see what supplies that I used for this card. This was a really fast and easy card though, didn't really take too much to do, and now you have a beautiful card on hand. I have two now that I actually need to send out, so we can also change it around. I was playing around with it a little bit and I even reversed it, and I did this in the sweet sugar plum and this in the old olive, and then I would just change my card base and I would make my card base this color. And you could flip it around and have, you know, a little bit of a different looking card. So I don't know which one you like better. Why don't you leave a comment and let me know if you like this combination or this. And then of course I would just change the background. I would just change that to sweet sugar plum so it brings it back up onto the writing of the card. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let's see, let me see what time it is. It's only 4:16. We usually do this in about 20 to 30 minutes. So again, that's the hostess code if you need anything. I would love to be your demonstrator if you don't have one. And if you're enjoying these ideas and enjoying these Facebook Lives, leave a comment and let me know. I know some of you get on, but you're kind of shy and don't want to talk, but this is what we're here about. We're here about to have a little sip, maybe coffee, tea, whatever you're drinking, chat, and maybe make a card, or we might make a box, or we might make a bag. I'm not sure. Actually, I'm going to get ready right now to do a YouTube video, so check that in another day. I'm going to be showing you a paper pumpkin alternative project that I would do, and it's going to be a box. It's not going to be a card. So take a look and check me out on my YouTube. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate all of your support. Share this video if you liked it, and I hope to see you again soon. I'm going to check again. Any questions before we sign off? I'll see you again next Thursday. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.